Hi everybody, Radio Mixer here. I'm actually redoing the first episode of the Henry trilogy, Cole. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think my first one turned out very well, so this is my second attempt to do it. Hopefully this one will be a lot better. Cross your fingers and I don't screw it up again. Alright, ready, 3, 2, 1, let's do it. One morning, Henry was being very sorry for himself. Sometimes he could pull trims, sometimes he felt like he had no strength at all. I suffer dreadfully and nobody cares. Rubbish, Henry, snorted James. You don't work hard enough. The Fat Controller spoke to him too. You're too expensive, Henry. You have lots of new parts and you paint too, but they've done you no good. If we can't make you better, I'm sorry to say this, but we might have to get another engine instead of you. This made Henry, his driver, and his fireman very sad. The Fat Controller was waiting when Henry came to the platform. He had taken off his hat and coat and put on overalls. Henry managed to start, but the fireman was not satisfied. Henry is a bad steamer, he said to the Fat Controller. I built up his fire, but it doesn't give enough heat. Henry tried very hard, but it was no good. He didn't have enough steam and came to a stop just outside Edward Station. Oh dear, I shall have to go away. Oh dear. All Henry could do could go in nice into an empty siding, and Edward took charge of the train. The Fat Controller and the fireman went on discussing Henry's trouble. What do you think is wrong, fireman? Asked the Fat Controller. Excuse me, sir, but in fact the coal is wrong. We had a poor lot lately and today it's worse. The other engines can manage. They have big fireboxes. Henry is small and can't make the heat. With Welsh coal, he'd be a different engine. It's expensive, said the Fat Controller, but Henry must have a fair chance. James shall go and fetch them. Train folks. When the Welsh coal came, Henry's driver and fireman were excited. Now we'll show them, Henry, old fellow. The fireman made a large block of coal, like a wall on the outside, and the glowing middle part was covered with smaller lumps. You're spoiling my fire, complained Henry. Wait and see, said the fireman. We'll have a roaring fire, just when we want it. The fireman was right. When Henry reached the platform, the water was boiling nicely, and he had to let off steam. How are you, Henry? I feel fine. Have you a good fire, driver? Never better, sir, and plenty of steam. No record breaking, warned the Fat Controller. Henry won't need pushing, sir. I'll have to hold him back. Henry had a lovely day. He never felt so well in his life. He wanted to go fast, but his driver wouldn't let him. Steady, old fellow, he would say. There's plenty of time. They arrived early at the station. Thomas puffed in. Where have you been, Thomas? He asked Lazybones. Oh, I can't wait for Dorling tank engines like you. Goodbye! Whoosh, said Thomas to Annie and Clarabelle. Have you ever seen anything like it? Both Annie and Clarabelle agreed, and they never had. Bye! Hello everybody, Radio Mixer here to do the next story, which is The Flying Kipper. Let's do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. One winter's evening, Henry's driver said, We've got to be out early tomorrow. We've got to take the Flying Kipper. Don't tell Gordon, but if we pull the kipper nicely, the Fat Controller will let you pull the express. The special code they gave you is working well. Hurrah! Cried Henry. That will be lovely. All kinds of ships use the harbour at the big station by the sea. Passenger ships, cargo ships, and fishing boats also come here. They load the fish on the quay. Some of it goes to shops in the town, and the rest in a special train to other places far away. This is the train that the railmen called the Flying Kipper. Henry was ready at 5 o'clock. There was snow and frost. Men hustled and shouted, loading the vans with crates of fish. The last door banged, the guard showed his green lamp. The Flying Kipper was ready to go. Come on, don't be silly, puffed Henry to the vans. The vans shuddered and groaned. Truck, trick, all right. That is better, puffed Henry. The sun was breaking. The fire's light shone brightly. Hurry, panted Henry. They were going well. The light grew brighter. Signal lights shone green as they passed. Then, a yellow signal appeared ahead. His driver prepared to stop, but the home signal was down. All clear, Henry. Away we go. But they couldn't have known that points from the main line were frozen, so the signal shouldn't have been set to danger, but snow had forced it down. Oh dear. Oh. A goods train was waiting on the siding to let the Flying Kipper pass, and the driver and fireman were drinking cocoa in the brake van. The Kipper is due, said the guard. Who cares, said the fireman. This is good cocoa. The driver got up. Come on, fireman, back to our engine. They got out just in time. Oh, ouch, that's gotta hurt. Oh dear. The driver and fireman had drunk clear before the crash, but Henry lay dazed and surprised. The Fat Controller came to see him. The signal was down, sir, said Henry. Cheer up, Henry. It wasn't your fault. Ice and snow caused the accident. I'm sending you to crew to a fine place of sick engines. They'll give you a new shape and a larger firebox. You'll feel a different engine and won't need special coal anymore. Won't that be nice? Yes. Yes, sir, said Henry doubtfully. Henry liked being at crew, but was glad to come home. A crowd of people waited to see him arrive in his new shape. He looked so splendid and stronger, they gave him 3 cheers. Peep, peep, peep. Thank you very much. I am sorry to say that a lot of little children are often late for school because they wait to see Henry go by. They often see him pulling the express. He does it so well that Gordon is jealous. But that's another story, folks. See you soon. Hi everybody, Radio Mixer here to do Whistles and Sneezes, the final story in the Henry trilogy. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Gordon was cross. Why should Henry have a new shape? He grumbled. A shape good enough for him is good enough for me. He goes gallivanting off the crew, leaving us to do his work, then comes back saying how happy he feels. It's disgraceful. And there's another thing. Henry whistles too much. No respectable engine ever whistles loudly at stations. It isn't wrong, but we just don't do it. Henry didn't feel happy anymore. Never mind, Henry, whispered Percy. I'm glad you're home again, and I like your whistling. Goodbye, Henry, called Gordon. We're glad to have you with us again, but remember what I said. Later that day, Henry stopped at Edward's station. Hello, said Edward. You look splendid. I was pleased to hear your happy whistle yesterday. Thank you, Edward, said Henry. Shh. Can you hear something? It sounds, said Edward. It sounds like Gordon, and it ought to be Gordon. But Gordon never whistles like that. It was Gordon. He came rushing down the hill at a tremendous rate. He didn't look at Henry. He didn't look at Edward. He screamed straight for the station and disappeared. Well, said Edward, it isn't wrong, chuckled Henry, but we just don't do it. And he told Edward what Gordon had said. Oh dear. Meanwhile, Gordon screeched along the line. The noise was awful. I mean, you would find it awful too if you're screaming that loudly. At the station, everyone held their ears. The Fat Controller told his ears too. Take him away, he bellowed, and stop that noise. Gordon puffed sadly away. But he wouldn't stop whistling until two fitters climbed up and knocked his whistle valve in place. That night, Gordon slunk into the shed. It was glad it was empty. It isn't wrong, murmured Henry to no one in particular. Just don't do it. No one mentioned whistles. Next day, Henry was enjoying his run enormously. I feel so well. Trickety-chop, trickety-chop, hummed his coaches. Then he saw some boys on a bridge. Peep, peep, hello. Oh! The boys didn't wave and take his number. They thought it was fun to drop stones on him instead. They've broken our glass, sobbed the coaches. The passengers weren't hurt, but they were cross. Call the police. No. Leave it to Henry and me. What will you do? Can you keep a secret? Yes. Well then, Henry is going to sneeze at those boys. Lots of people were waiting just before the bridge. They wanted to see what would happen. Henry has plenty of ashes, said the driver. Please keep all windows shut until we pass the bridge. Henry is excited as we are, aren't you, old fellow? Henry was feeling stuffed up. Soon they could see the boys and they all had stones. Are you ready, Henry? Said the driver. Sneeze hard when I tell you. Now, he said. Achoo! Well done, Henry, laughed his driver. Henry went home feeling very pleased with himself. He had taught Gordon and silly boys with a lesson, with a whistle and a sneeze. Bye, folks.